latte. I've just been to yoga. I don't have any makeup on, so the glasses have got to stay on. No one needs to see that. Brendan is in Hong Kong this week, so I was thinking about doing a video about like eating on my own and challenging food by myself. It's weird, I feel like you kind of challenge foods in your recovery and you can get to a point where you're like comfortable with them and you can kind of eat them no problem, but then if you change the situation you're in, suddenly the foods become challenging again. But I kind of think like food's not something that just exists in one scenario. Like I need to be able to eat just for me in all situations, no matter if I'm like happy or sad or lonely or busy or stressed or on my period or feeling fat or feeling good about myself. Like, yeah, food is just food. It's not something I can only eat when XYZ. Also, I'm going out for dinner with a friend tonight. And we're going to this place where we love the dessert. It's like a chocolate croissant, bread and butter, banana pudding, something or other. Oh my God, it's so good. And so we're already talking about having the dessert. And this has been on my mind for like 2 days now. And so then when I come to eat my lunch, I'm like, well, you're having a dessert tonight. It's probably more calories than if you just had dinner at home. So you need to miss some calories out of your lunch to make up for calories in your dinner. I really don't know what to get for lunch. I get these like bursts of motivation where I'm like, fuck it, just walk straight into that shop and buy yourself a bagel. But then straight away little niggly thoughts come in like, don't get bagel, just get bread. You don't need to have mayonnaise now, wait till Brendan's back, just have low fat mayonnaise. In fact, why are you having mayonnaise at all? Why are you having a sandwich at all? You could just have a salad. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck. I keep going to be like, no, just do it, Meg. No, don't. But just do it, Meg. No, you'll get fat. Just do it, Meg. No, bagel's more than bread. Right, just gonna do it. Just gonna do it. I've still got new baby hairs coming through. Yay, body. Right, I bought the bagels. I got 2 so I can have one for breakfast as well. And I bought pomelo and orange juice and apple juice. This is actually for a friend. She's not feeling very well, so I'm gonna pop over there now and see her. I did that stupid thing again of, I should have picked up a basket. I could not carry my things. And then I left the shop like, see you later. Beyonce's in her little spot. She loves sitting on a cushion. Right, now that I'm home, I feel like my head's starting to turn a bit. I'm getting these ideas cropping up again, like you can't have real mayo, especially not if you're going out for dinner tonight. Oh my God, that is really good. One thing I find hard is having more than half a can of tuna, because I think from like serving sizes on packages and seeing dietitians and like having been in hospital, I've almost become like institutionalized about what portions are, and then it becomes like a food rule that I can't have more than half a can of tuna, when really a portion should be whatever like fills your sandwich properly. And like at first I really needed structure with my food and I needed help to know what portion sizes were, but now like 18 months into recovery, I'm doing so much better. I'm trying to move away from that and think more like, what would I make for Brendan if I was making him a sandwich? And I wouldn't stop at half a can of tuna and be like, that's all you're getting. And my body's not a robot. It's not like I've got someone manning my mouth like, we're not letting more than half a can of tuna pass in here. Well, there is, it's my brain, but I'm trying to get rid of that. And also, if I'd have given in to thoughts like that during my recovery, like I'd never be where I am now. I'd still be stuck eating fuck all, abiding by rules, being miserable and being in my own little isolated eating disorder world. So I guess I'm kind of proud of myself for not like listening to my thoughts today. Bit of feel shit and do it anyway. Like just because you get the thoughts doesn't mean you need to act on them. Break the cycle, I guess. So I'm gonna go and get an ice cream now for dessert, take it to the pool, read my book, and yeah, not just sit around dwelling on real mayonnaise or whatever shitty thoughts come into my head. I'm not having a very good day today. I'm like really anxious, and I just tried to go and do a food shop for the week and totally freaked out whilst I was in there. Got total food paralysis, like couldn't choose what to have at all. I wasn't really very prepared when I went in. I just thought I'll just go in and grab a few bits, which normally I do fine when Brendan's at home, but I would like go to pick up salmon and then be like, don't get salmon, it's more expensive than chicken. Or I'd think, okay, I'll make chili con carne, and then I'm like, no, don't do that. You need to have veg and salad with your meals. Like all of my old ideas and rules and stuff were like creeping back in. So I've actually come to Starbucks now. I'm gonna get my afternoon snack here and sit and actually plan out my dinners for the week, because yeah, that was a disaster earlier. It feels like a bit of a step back for me. Like at the beginning of my recovery, I had to plan everything I was going to eat. Like I needed to know in advance, or it was just too much anxiety around it. But generally I'm so much better than that now, and I don't need to plan everything. But I guess it's okay to need a bit more help sometimes. And yeah, I don't want this week to be me going backwards because there's no one here to watch me. If anything, like it's a week where I can really challenge myself to be able to do these things on my own, and like be able to eat in different circumstances and out of routine and whatever. So I am so glad that I made this list at the beginning of the week. I didn't have everything quite in the same order, but I think it helped just having it as a guide. Like I had the salmon, rice and salad, and I made the honey mustard dressing to go on it, which is absolutely delicious and honestly getting so much easier to make now. And then my friend came over and I actually made a spaghetti bolognese instead of chili con carne because it's her favourite dinner. I actually quite enjoyed cooking it. Like I listened to Florence and the Machine's new album, lit a candle, Stevie was with me. I think the thing that was hard there is like making sure I use all of the ingredients, so not like leaving the oil out. And I was just trying to think, every meal I made, like how would I make it for Brendan? Even if my head's got a niggle, like leave this out, leave that out, like no. Yeah, food is just food, make it as a proper portion. Then I had tuna, mayo and jacket potato, obviously with real mayonnaise, which is still quite a challenge for me. It actually tasted a bit dry when I made it for my bagel the other day. So food is just food. I'm gonna add some more. It's really hard to judge the portion again. Like half a can just does not seem enough. I would not serve that to Brendan. Okay, food is just food. Food is just food. Food is just food. Food is just food. And my dietitian makes me mix the salad up just so that I'm not holding on to a bit of control and like having things separate still. Even though it's just for me and I've got thoughts that it's not really worth it when you're on your own, but I'm still doing it. And actually making this video and watching that back, I've realised that for the salad dressing, I used the same quantity measures as I use when it's for me and Bren. Like I kind of forgot to half everything that I was doing, which is probably quite good progress that I didn't realise at all during the week. So yeah, I still used 1 tablespoon of everything, like 1 tablespoon of the oil, which is the bit that would really freak me out. And nothing's happened. Like I haven't ballooned or lost control or eaten and never ever stopped. Like, yeah, I don't know, it's probably quite good to see, like it was fine. And then, oh yeah, I didn't end up going out in the end, so I had pasta pesto chicken. And I barbecued the chicken all on my own. Like, normally I can't even work out how to turn the friggin' barbecue on. And the bit I actually find hard is like stirring it all in together, and yeah, having the pasta and the pesto and the chicken. Honestly, it was a bit of a hard week, and I still got ideas. Like, I think the thing that I found hard in recovery is like making good decisions around food. You have to decide what you're going to eat, and you have to buy the ingredients, you have to make the food without leaving ingredients out, you have to portion the food. And I've kind of struggled with like opportunities for anorexia to come in and make a decision. So like choosing lower calorie options, leaving ingredients out, like not cooking with oil or not putting dressing on my salad or loading my plate up with vegetables or whatever. Like, and it's hard because when you come to make the food decisions, you've still got some eating disorder wiring in your brain. And so it feels like the right idea to like choose the lower calorie or leave oil out. Yeah, it's literally so believable. It's actually really helped me always in my recovery to like get some help with decision making and almost like take some of that opportunity away from me. So things like planning my meals out at the beginning of the week, that really helped so much, and I like reviewed it with my dietitian. Like having a shopping list when I go shopping, like the second time I took a list and it was so much better. Like, it still wasn't easy. I'd come to pick something up and be like, oh, but you could just get that and that's lower calorie. And then my head starts lighting up like, well, that's a much better idea. That's definitely what I should be doing. And the shop honestly took me quite a long time still, and I did a lot of like backward and forward between items. But yeah, I kind of think you've just got to do it. And if anything can help, like at the beginning of my recovery, I pretty much handed food responsibility over to Brendan, and he cooked it, he portioned it, like just to take that opportunity off my hands. And actually the relapse before this, Brendan and I weren't living together, and I used a meal delivery service for my lunches and dinners, and it was quite expensive, but I didn't need it forever, and it really just helped me to like kick out of that stuck period of like just not being able to make that right decision. Eating in restaurants was quite good for me as well, like, and not ordering my own special version of a meal, like just ordering a meal exactly as it comes. Yeah, I actually went out for breakfasts and lunches a couple of times this week. I just kind of think like recovery is actions. It's just got to be about actions. Like, we can't think ourselves better, or one day we'll wake up and we'll want it so much that then we'll go and recover. Like, for the last 18 months, I have not wanted recovery every day. Even this week, I've still got niggles to like not cook with oil and use low-fat mayonnaise, or choose cheaper food in the supermarket to save money. Like, my old obsessive thoughts and rules like have still been there. I've just tried not to act on them, because they're never just going to go on their own, and I'm never just going to feel comfortable about not doing it. Like, it does feel a bit shit, honestly, going against your head. But then if you give in to that short term and you're just looking for like a quick fix all the time, like, you're always going to have those thoughts. So yeah, I kind of think you just need to do it. Like, you cannot wait until it'll be easy, until you're ready, until you don't have the thoughts anymore. Like, if I'd been waiting for that this last 18 months, like, I'd still be stuck. And tonight I'm gonna get a takeaway. I don't actually know what I'm gonna get. I kind of fancy a kebab. I always get that if I'm on my own. I feel like that's my easiest one to do on my own. I wrote on my thing, get a pizza, but I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. Okay, I've waffled on way too much, so I'm gonna go, but lots of love to everybody, and speak to you soon.